Yes, sir. What's
Yes,
up, everybody?
sir.
Welcome to Broad Street. Welcome to episode 89. Welcome to the NFL Draft edition of the Birds of Broad Street. As you can see all the way down there on Broad Street, got a very special edition on the background, as y'all can clearly see. But I am your boy, and I'll tell you the reason for that. But I am your boy, Missing Miss Coop Cat on YouTube, representing the Birds, along with Billy the Bulldog. But we also got my brother JC Sports Talk. What up, Jay?
What's up, man? What's up? What's up? I can't wait to hear some, some grades, breaking them down, man. Very excited time, man. Very excited.
Yeah, we got King DV in the building. What up, King?
Hey, what's going on, man? I've been going back and forth with people on Twitter that's not Eagles fans that, basically giving us the cold shoulder, basically saying that it wasn't a good draft. So, I want to get more into detail about the draft. So let's get it.
Yeah, we got my co-host number one, OTR1, Trey Rock in the building. What up, Trigger?
What's good, y'all? What's good? Let's get it. This is draft edition, baby. Let's go.
Yep, and we got my brother, Bird Game 31 of Bird Game Nation Sports Media, and Jalen freaking Hurts / B. John Robinson's favorite player.
B. John, hey, I don't like B. John no more. He gone. He
Wow.
on my team. Hope he has a great career wherever he's at.
Hey, fantasy, you can't pick him. Fantasy, you can't pick him then. You can't pick him on fantasy then. You can't pick him on fantasy.
Nothing about that. No one said but yeah, guys, draft was great. Our team was great, and let's talk about it, man. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Moan will be here. Unfortunately, the Sixers are on, so hopefully, cross your fingers, she will be here. Notion will be here at 8:30. He's busy with his son, so he'll be here at 8:30. But you're rocking with us, so let's talk about it. The 2023 Eagles NFL Draft. Salute to everybody that rocked with us for 3 episodes. Salute to y'all. So let's talk about it. JC, your initial reaction to the 2023 Eagles Draft.
Look, man. Hey, look. This draft could not have been better than this. Like, I don't see how we could have a better draft than what we just had. I mean, Howie Roseman, to me, in my opinion, addressed every issue we had on this defense. Safety, linebackers, multiple linebackers. So, I mean, I think that we are in great shape. With Slade coming back, with Burberry, him coming back, with the addition of Blankenship, the experience he had from last year, and then you add some veterans, man. Look, this draft right here, man, the Sidney Brown, I've been screaming for Sidney Brown, man, for a while, and that's a perfect player that I wanted for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. The way you could put him anywhere in a box and a slot at a nickel position, and he played nickel too. So now, if Maddox something happened, you could definitely put him at the nickel. So definitely, we drafted some dogs, man, some versatile players all over the place, even from the edge rushers to the linebackers. So even Mojo, Jojo, whatever that, Joe Mo, whatever the hell his name is, I'm telling you right now, man, this dude is the dog, man. So I love the draft. I love every single last person that they picked, even that quarterback, which is no factor to me. But I like the fact that they did go in the draft and did select a quarterback at the very end.
Yep. King?
Man, I love the draft, man. I always was for defense. We've been back and forth on this, especially with BG, about offense or defense, and the defense prevailed. We didn't really get but 2 offensive players the whole draft. So it was it was just something to watch. It was something to watch. And they brought my man Nolan Smith here. Also the trade made headlines, man. The trade for DeAndre Swift. And that's going to make us better on the offensive end, period. And a lot of people are saying, he was actually better than Miles Sanders. So I'm just waiting to see it on my team. I believe that Miles Sanders is better, but overall, man, it's an A++ for me for the draft, man.
Yep. Trigger.
For me, man, it's like King said, it's an A+ for me. It's like we addressed everything. I feel like we should have dipped into that linebacker pool a little bit more, but at least one time in the draft. But overall, it was a great draft. I'll give it an A+. Howie Roseman was cooking, man. All the experts, everything, they say that the Philadelphia Eagles had the best draft. So, listen, drafting really don't mean too much if they ain't producing on the field. So it's like, you could win the draft all you want to. That really don't matter to me. I want to see these dudes in pads. I want to see them going 100 miles per hour, stuff like that. So, it was a great draft. It was a great draft. But other than that, I feel like we won it. I feel like we're going to win the NFC East again, and we're going to make another deep playoff run because if you think about it, we lost Hargreaves. We replaced him with our first-round draft pick. I feel like he's going to kind of, Hargreaves was a veteran, but I feel like he can give similar production at that position right there. Bringing Edmonds over and drafting the safety from Illinois, same kind of production. Probably not as good as Gardner Johnson, but I feel like it's going to be a solid secondary again. Even bringing the corner in, man, because Darius Slay and Bradbury are getting old. Who knows? Can their body hold up another 17-game season? So it's great for the depth, and maybe Youngin could step in and make some plays if needed. So I feel like Howie addressed everything. Bringing Swift over there, bringing him back to Philly, man. I appreciate that one more than y'all even understand because
I know where you're going with it.
yeah, bro, he's a Philly. He come back, win a chip for the city, bro. Oh my God, that'd be something special. So listen, Howie Roseman nailed this draft. He actually went into this draft thinking about drafting players that actually made sense. Like it made sense in every category. It made sense. Even the quarterback thing. It's like, it's a long season. You probably gonna call on this dude to step in one of these games. Who knows? So I watched some of his film because I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't notice him or I didn't know nothing about him before Howie Roseman drafted him. So I went back. I watched this film and stuff. Dude got a cannon for an arm. He played on a bad football team. Maybe he could be something. You put an O-line in front of him. He addressed everything for real. Even after the draft, he addressed everything he needed to. So, it was great for me.
Burgang?
Hey, these guys said it, man. It was a great draft out there. Howie did address a lot of needs. I was big on the Bijan train, obviously, you guys know, but we did get Swift, who's a pretty good Georgia Bulldog. It's the Philadelphia Bulldogs now, I guess. That's a new team name because we got so many studs from there. Even with Swift being from Georgia, all the Georgia guys we got from Ringo to, Jalen Carter to all these guys, man. Nolan Smith, like last year, Dean, Jordan Davis, man. We got a lot of ballers. Like they're young ballers. They got to come in and show that they can do what they got to do. And this team looking promising. I thought the team was good before the draft. Definitely after the draft, we definitely, solidified that stamp as being the best team in the NFC. And I think the NFL. So we see how these guys come together. How we still got a lot of money left. So, we still got wiggle room to go trade for some players. So I'm interested in seeing what happens moving forward because I don't think this is it for this team. I think we're going to still build before that season starts.
Yep. So let's go ahead and get this draft grade going. Round one grades. Let's start off with who we picked. Round one we got Georgia Bulldog. That's why the Bulldog is standing over there at the end of the screen. We got Jalen Carter, Bulldog, at number 9. And at number 30, we got Nolan Smith at number 30. So, JC, give me your grade for round one.
Yo, this was mind blowing to me. How the hell you get two guys in the top, like arguably top 13, maybe top 10, and you happen to sit there and wait to number 30 to pick Nolan Smith as one of the top edge rushers / linebackers in college football on a championship team. This first round was like a home run. After that first round, to me, look, I didn't care what else we did because I was like, man, getting those two guys right there was bigger than you know. And now with no Kobe Dean, you might even be able to drop Smith back to and play linebacker. So to me, this was an A plus first round.
Yep. King.
Man, this was remarkable. Honestly, like I said, I always want to know the Smith, the way his mindset. It's kind of like how Jalen Hurts is. On the defensive end though. But with Jalen Carter, we all know why he fell, and it played to our favor. And I believe that we wouldn't have went with regardless. We wouldn't have went with an offensive player only because we had people on our draft board, whereas though it's just defense. Defense was always the first round. Second round was the offense, and that was the offensive line because we needed depth there. But back to the first round, I believe that this was we knocked it out the park with this one, especially because Nolan Smith fell at 30. He was supposed to be ranked between 14 and 17-ish. So, but we got him at 30 because everybody slept on him. Even the Cowboys picked Mozzie Smith, and I think they got the name wrong, but they stuck with him now. And we got the right Smith, and I just can't wait to see all these guys put it together.
Trigger.
I mean, this draft period just played out how I thought it would. Heavy defense. It was great, man. Like our first round, even us being in position to land Jalen Carter, that was a blessing. It's like, I mean, maybe everything happened for a reason. Dude got some off the field issues. It dropped them to us, but I feel like the veteran presence is gonna help him out, man. Fletcher Cox being over there, Brandon Graham. You got Darius Slade, Bradbury, all these dudes, and you got his old teammates over there, so they're gonna lead him in the right direction. I feel like it's gonna be no more off the field stuff happening for Jalen Carter. So now if he went to an organization like the Texans or the Browns or something like that, maybe. I mean, because these dudes don't really got a lot of veteran leadership, but he landed in the perfect position that's gonna help him. Jordan Davis over there. I mean, Fletch, Hargraves, they walked Jordan Davis through season 1. Now he got a little bit of veteran presence, and that's his friend. So, I mean, I feel like we ain't gonna hear no more out of Jalen Carter. And with the Nolan Smith pick, I mean, I see a lot of people talking about this dude's size and stuff like that. Like, bro, they do realize that Nolan Smith is gonna he's gonna red shirt for real this year. I mean, he gonna play, but he gonna red shirt for real. He's not gonna get a ton of snaps. He's gonna get time to work on his body, weight conditioning, and all that stuff. I mean, he's an athletic freak. He's just small. He's just a smaller dude coming off the edge. That's fine. Now you got a 4-3 dude coming in, third and longs and stuff like that, and the offensive line tired. They already got beat up all game. And this dude flying off the edge like that is a perfect situation. I mean, it's a perfect situation for him to land into. You got Sweat, Hassan Reddick, Brandon Graham, Derek Barnett coming back. Bro, that's a crazy rotation right there. A crazy if I'm an offensive lineman, I wouldn't want to play the Philadelphia Eagles this year, like at all. I would not want to play. I'll be up all night worrying about how we gonna block these dudes because it's about to be nasty. And then they don't even understand. Dean is was one of the best blitzing linebackers coming out of college. So there's so much you could do with this defense, man. We nailed it. A+++.
Third game.
Yeah, man. A++, man. Just like I said with getting the whole Bijan thing, and I know how you guys don't feel like we would have ever got him. You know, he did go a pick before us, so we didn't have no shot at getting him. I think it would have went either way. I think if Carter would have went 8, you know, we would have got him. You know, I tried to throw that out there. But Carter, man, he's
Come
a
on,
beast.
big man.
You know, him with Jordan Davis and the rest of his Georgia Bulldogs, that brings a whole nother culture, you know, to the team. You know, that brings a whole nother ease for these guys to come in and play at a high level real fast because they're used to playing with these boys. So, you know, Nola Smith, Carter, you know, all these guys, I think they're going to go out there and they're going to play some good football right off the jump. I see Nolan probably, depending on if we run that 3-4, you got the 2 outside linebackers you have, you know, Nola Smith on one side, Hassan Reddick on the other side. That'd be crazy, you know, right off the jump. You know, it takes pressure. Being in a defense like this, it'll take pressure from him having to be a superstar. I think that's what takes pressure off for all these players on this defense. They don't have to be superstars. They just got to do their job. And as long as he does his job, you know, stats and production is going to come because he's surrounded by nothing but Pro Bowlers and all pros. And this defense is really electric. And I think they're going to put some hurting on a lot of offenses this year.
Yeah, for me, A+ as well. We got the defense that I wanted, what I needed and desired, because I pounded on the table on this show defense, and that's what we got. So we got Jalen Carter, we got Nolan Smith, we got a couple of Bulldogs. Salute the Georgia Bulldogs and the crew. Man, salute everybody that was at the link. Me, E-Rock Gale, Primetime Lucky, Evan, the whole crew, they was live with us. It was electric, man. So salute to Howie T. That's all I'm gonna say. Salute to Howie T on a marvelous draft round 1. So let's go to round 3. Because round 3, we didn't do anything in round 2, but round 3, we got some good ones. We got Tyler Steen, and we got Sidney Brown. So
wait, didn't we draft
Steen
Steen
in the second?
Yeah,
we got Steen in the second.
Did we? Yeah.
That was the last pick of the second or pick.
Yeah, we got second. We got
number 65 overall.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that was round 3.
No, it was 2. It was the end of
okay.
round 2.
We went back to back, so does that mean that we win?
There's some multiple teams that had, I guess, 2 first. I don't know, man. But
No. You right. We traded back. We traded back, remember?
Yeah.
So he was round 3.
Back to back. So
I guess we had back to back 65 and 66.
Yeah, I was right. Yeah, so so Sidney Brown round 3 and Tyler Steen at round 3. Go ahead, JC. Grades.
Look, hey, I know a lot of people saying that the Philadelphia Eagles did not draft no offense, blah 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 blah. But look, we didn't really lose anybody, man. Look, I'm sorry, man. Samalu, okay. Hey, I get it, you know, he was all right, guard, whatever, but we already had his replacement. If not, it's easy to get one in to put in between Kelsey and Lane Johnson. So I'm okay with that. But as far as the offensive line pick from Bama, man, you know, I mean, this dude like only gave up 2 sacks this whole senior season, playing in an SEC over 469 snaps, man. This dude is versatile. Again, matter of fact, I'm calling it right now. Listen to this. He might be the starter at the right guard. At his pro day, he was, as I think the Senior Bowl, he was the right guard. So he played left tackle in Vanderbilt. This dude never missed a start, 2 straight years, 19 to 21, and then transferred to Bama. And still, this dude only gave up in the new system, only gave up 2 sacks at left tackle, over 469 snaps. This dude might be our right tackle, man. I'm telling you, you could put him at either, but he's not going to start over Mariota. So you might as well just train him at right guard. And maybe you might be able to let Jurgens sit back again and wait another year. But like either way, you are in great position. So I love the pick, especially early in the late second, early third. And then the Sidney Brown, man. This dude is a ball hog, man. I love his style of play. You could put him anywhere. Even if he's not starting at safety, you still could put him on the field. This dude got a neck for the ball. and he is about to go headhunting, man. You know, big time playmaker at Illinois, so Big Ten guy. So, but look, I love it. So I give this third round an A.
King?
So I'm all for like in the trenches, O-line. That depth has to be there, man, because you know we acquire so much injury there. You know, I have to go against JC what he said. I think that Cam Jurgens would be the best bet to start off the season because you give more time to build Tyler Steen up. You know, I think that, you know, if he's not doing a good job, then you try Steen out, especially because he's a second rounder. But it gives our O-line coach to
What
more.
did Jurgens do to automatically deserve the right guard? I don't.
He was already, but listen, he was already trained to do
I
that.
don't
You know,
get what he was trying to play
listen,
center.
bro.
He was
It
trying to play
nobody.
center, not right guard.
It really,
versatile, but
right,
it's the
but
same
it's
thing.
nobody behind Cam Jurgens if he's playing right guard.
If he beat Jurgens,
Until
he
now.
beat him out.
If he beat him out, then he beat him out. But what I'm saying,
automatically gonna say Jurgens, here you go. When he's our future center, so why not? Like, why even risk that anyway? So
no, but I didn't agree with what I didn't agree with. What you said was when you said you want him to sit out a whole nother year. Like, what if Kelsey don't get hurt? Like, he needs to see the field. He needs to. But anyway, we need more O-line depth. That's all I'm saying. One. Number two, Sidney Brown. Sidney Brown, you know, JC put me on him. I believe that this guy's going to be a dog. He's going to battle. He's going to battle for a position to get on this field, man. I think that with everybody that we acquired, man, you know, some of those older guys could go, honestly, because, you know, we got a lot of talent, man. But Sidney Brown, yeah, he sticks out like a sore thumb. He really do. So I will give this, honestly, a B+. I wouldn't give it an A yet. I'll give that a B+ because I feel like that we touched on both positions, and then also Sidney Brown, you know, took it up a notch, you know, for me. But yeah, B+ would be my grade.
Hey, real quick, hey, if you look at Brown's tape, man, yo, he remind me of Avonte Maddox, man. Yo, they have a neck to go after the ball, but Avonte been hurt the past couple seasons, but this guy right here, like I said, you could put him in nickel, safety. Even if he's not the starting safety, you got to get him on the field, man, like any way possible, especially on the defense. Especially, look, we about to go against some good quarterbacks, some good wide receiver core. So the more guys you had that's fast, that's able to tackle, you know what I mean, and able to cover at that, put them on the field. You know, it's going to depend on the package that they use. Like, the biggest question is, what is Sean Desai's system? I don't know. Nobody knows. That's going to be the biggest question, how you use these guys.
Thanks.
Trigger?
All right, for me, I gotta give it a B. Like I said, it was still some great linebackers on the board. I feel like we should have went in a different direction than right guard. You could find linemen. Like, you could find linemen, free agency, stuff like that. And we got one of the greatest lineman coaches in the NFL. So he gonna have them ready to play football. I feel like our linebacker core is weak. I mean, we still had a few dudes on the board we could have went. I'm straight with the Sidney Brown pick. We definitely needed a safety, but like I said, with that first one, I felt like we should have went linebacker. It was a lot of dudes on the board. Over Sean, the one that Dallas got. Sanders was there. The one from Clemson was still there. I feel like we could have got a solid linebacker with that third round first pick. So with me, like, I'm not too bummed about it, but it's like I do feel like we should have filled that linebacker position. So I'm gonna give it a B.
And BG?
Yeah, B+, man. At least because, you know, Styling was about to go back to Alabama before we gave him the back if he could have, you know. So he already knows these linemen out of there. And to get any kind of lineman from Alabama, period, these guys are all studs. They're always pretty good in the pros. So I think Stalin already gave them the go ahead with the pick. And, that's just another lineman to add to the mix. We got some good ones, Opeta. Like, we still got a couple other guys from last year or the year before that's back there, to put this guy out there. Should he start? Sure, if he wins it out, I seen he said something about didn't Landon Dickerson. Drew Johnson said something about didn't Landon Dickerson start early, but Landon was supposed to be the backup, and then Sam Malo went out. Then he went, or Brooks went out, and then he went over and played guard. Then Sam Malo went out. Then he went and played the other guard. So he ended up being really good at the left guard. So same thing could happen if Jurgensen is a more experienced lineman. He's been on the team for a whole year already. He understands the offense. He understands where to go. I think he probably should have gotten bigger over the offseason. And if he goes in there and he plays, I think he should start the training camp off at starting right guard. And then if this Dean guy comes in and wins it, and he does his job and wins his job. So, and then with the safety, man, yeah, another good safety, a little shorter than I like, but he's a baller. A lot of people say he's a ball hog. I haven't watched too much film on the guy, but I did know he was a top 3 safety in the draft that I was looking at, and how he nailed it. It could have been better in certain ways. I was looking for a linebacker as well. Just a couple of linebackers I did like in a draft that I thought we should have picked up on. But I think our defense is going to be a little different this year, to the point where the linebackers we have might not be that big of a problem, or we might trade for one, or pick one up in there's free agency.
Yep. Same here. I'll give it a B plus. Cindy Brown was a huge pick for us. And another offensive lineman coming to Stoutland University. So I'll give it a B plus as well. Number 4 was a big one. Me, Moan, and Smitty Eagle reacted to this. We got Rango at round 5, and I think round 5. This was a big one. So JC, your reaction to this and your grade.
Look, I'm not.
Round 4. My bad. Round 4.
Yeah, I'm not like jumping for joy or anything, because I feel like, man, like the Philadelphia Eagles, man, they don't really have good luck with DBs, especially the later round you go. It's not a sure thing, but I like it. You know what I mean? I like the pick. He's very aggressive. And plus he played on Georgia, man. This dude won championship. He knows. Look, if you watch his tape, man, he's more like a press corner to me. And like, we don't have those really here. Even Slay right now, he's more of like a zone type. Let me just drop back and wait and probably just jump in the ball. But this guy, man, along with our undraftees, man, the Philadelphia Eagles are trying to go tall, lanky guys. These dudes are 6'2s and 200 pounds. Yo, I'm telling you right now, I like the pick, but we'll see. Will he get time to play? I don't know, because we still got Brever and Slay on the team for the next couple of years. So maybe we could have probably went somewhere else with this pick. But it's all right. I like it. It's B minus.
King?
Yeah, so basically I was watching before the draft when Darius Slade got re-signed, our extension, I should say. He was basically saying that he's at his point where he's 32 years old. He wants to start training guys to be, well prepared for the NFL. I think Kelly Ringo is one of those guys. I really believe that, he might be the red shirt out of all the Georgia Bulldogs that got drafted this go around. But at the same time, injuries happen. I wouldn't put it past him to play a game or two in the season. Also, look, he's a ball hawk. He's one of those guys that, I think the only reason why he fell to us is because they were saying it was 2 things I heard on the radio a couple of days ago. He basically they say he's an issue in the locker room. I don't believe it, but they say he's an issue in the locker room, but also that, he can't really tackle very well. So they saying that he dropped because of those 2 things in sports radio in Philadelphia. But I think that we just gotta give this guy a chance. I think that he's going to ball out, especially because he knows he got brotherhood on his team. So I give this pick probably a B. I give him a B.
Trigger.
All right, so for all those who like play football, I mean, bro, when you got dudes in front of you that been doing this for years, it makes your job way easier when you actually do gotta get on the field because you can sit back, study. And it's not even just Darius Slay and Bradbury. He got Greedy Williams over there. Greedy Williams got a lot of NFL experience. Vontae Maddox got a lot of NFL experience. He's just sitting. He really could be a sponge at this point. And if we never even need dude to come in and play football, that's a plus right now. He can sit back, play a little bit of special teams, be around just these dudes at practice. It's like, bro, this will make great cornerbacks. And people don't even understand that. This will make great cornerbacks. You see dudes going through war. You learn from their mistakes. It's like, bro, like we don't give people time to develop no more in the NFL. We don't, like, at all. The dudes that step on the field, they won, they fortunate, but there's a lot of dudes under them that just sitting back studying. This is the perfect scenario for Keely Ringo. Like as a person, as a player, it's like you get to sit back and watch these dudes go to war. And it ain't no pressure on you to come in and start. Day one, it's like, bro, this what you ask for when you get drafted. It's like, unless you about to be out there making the big bucks and you don't got nobody in front of you to even help you learn. Like everybody can't be Sauce Gardner. Everybody can't be the cornerback from Denver, Surtain. Everybody can't beat them. This is the perfect scenario for this dude, and this is a perfect draft pick because he's young. We're gonna need him in the future, and we don't gotta use him right now. So I'll get this draft pick an A plus.
So wait,
Okay.
hold on. Hey,
Go ahead, Jason. Go ahead, Jason.
Hey, all right. So Rob, so do you have faith in our defensive back coaches? Because we had McPherson there when Slay been there, and he can't even get on the field. Like he acting like every time he go on the field, man, he take a step backwards. So we have McPherson there that can't get on the field. Who else we got? Man, what's that one dude, man? Wallace, he can't go on the field.
Talking about Doc Job.
So how much faith we have in our defensive back coach able to develop these guys? I know that Slay is there, Bradbury is there learning, but it seems like it's not a learning thing because these guys been on there and they're not learning nothing to me. Every time they go on the field, man, we screaming to get them off the field.
I feel like
I feel like you gotta look at the pedigree. Is a different pedigree. Like this dude been through. He got championships under his belt and all that. He really coming in to learn the NFL. Zach McPherson played in a horrible defense. A horrible defense. We got this dude just because, like, I feel like we got McPherson just to kind of shut Philadelphia Eagles fans up. Like, oh, all right, look, we drafted a cornerback. Keely Ringo could really play football, bro. Like this nigga. My fault. This dude played. this dude played on 2 national championship teams. He got the winning pedigree. We just got to get him right. And for the defensive coach, this is a new dude. We don't know what he gonna do with him. We don't know. Maybe he could get in this boy ear and turn him into a dog. It's like you never know. It's a whole new defense, whole new defensive coordinator, whole new defensive scheme. Period. So I mean, everything will wait and see. But like I said, he got the opportunity to just sit back and watch right now. He's not even going to be the 5th corner. It's going to be Slay, Maddox, Bradbury, Greedy Williams, and he's going to be fighting probably with McPherson and them for like that 5th spot on the roster. So, I mean, this is a great situation for Youngie.
And to add on that, I was just gonna say too, like we had 3 of the best corners in the game, man. Like you don't get too much PT when those guys are healthy. Just throwing people in spot work here and there. You don't really get to see their true talents unless they had, playing time more than a quarter or two. I know we took our starters out a couple of games last year. You got to see McPherson get on the field. It wasn't great. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't the best, but he's also not playing with the best talent either. So, I don't know. I think McPherson is going to get better too. Another year in the system, and it's going to get better for him. And, you know, this guy, Ringo, for me, that's an A-plus pick, man. A lot of people had this guy in the first 2 rounds. You know, he did get hurt at the end last year a little bit. But other than that, like this dude, like you said, he came on the best defense ever in college football. You know, when they say the best defense ever in college football, they didn't say besides the cornerback spot. You know, this guy's a winner. He's a baller. He's been balling. He's played against all the best receivers over the last couple of years and did a great job against them. So it's just, I thought Ringo was going to go in the second round, to be honest. I thought, you know, having my mock drafts, I kind of picked him up in the second round. And that was way early compared to when he got drafted in the fourth. But, you know, he's a stud. And I think, like they say, like playing behind Darius Slay, Bradbury, you know, learning from Maddox, and even Job. You know, I think Job's gonna make some noise this year and make a push to get some PT this year too. You know, he's from Alabama, so we got a receiver cornerback room that's definitely a lot better than it was last year, and I can't wait to see what happens with it.
All right, so my question for y'all is this. All right, let's just say we did not resign Bradbury. You know, of course, we got
What up, Philly Mike?
and we got Slade to stay. Are y'all comfortable with any of these other DBs on the roster to go into a season with if you're that comfortable?
I don't feel like we would have waited that long to draft a corner if that was the case.
Yeah,
I feel like we would have went corner earlier.
we got Gonzalez or one of those.
Like
guys.
I said, Rango he is still, bro. He a stud, big dude. He can play man. He can play press coverage. You can move him to safety. Like it's like, bro, it's a lot you could do with this dude. Now, kind of a different scenario. If one of our safeties, 2, 3 of our safeties go down, you can easily slide this dude to the safety position. He'll be productive right there too. So, I mean, he really like this was a pick on some like, all right, well, he there. It really was that kind of pick, like he there. I didn't expect him to slide this far. It was one of those picks. So, I mean, like I said, he could sit back, be a sponge, and if we need him, I feel like he'll come in and ball if we need him. Mind you, all the other corners, a lot of the corners we draft be 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah,
bro, he a big dude. Like you can't teach size.
No.
Now you could put the skill and technique and stuff like that, but you can't teach size, bro. So just the perfect opportunity for this dude to really sit back and be a sponge. Kind of like Nakobe Dean, how Dean was last year. He ain't really touched the field too much, but you know he was learning.
yeah.
You know once he get out here, he get his opportunity, he gonna play to his best ability. And I feel like that's how it's gonna be with Ringo too.
Man, you see how he was when he got in that Tennessee game, and he was just eager to tackle Derrick Henry. Like, I expect that from him like all the time, man. They was basically saying that he got the same personality as my favorite Eagle, me and JC, Brian Dawkins. Man, he got that passion, right? But cornerback, I really believe that Kelly Ringo, hey man, he could develop into a CB2. He could. To answer JC's question, I really believe that we would be okay with the guys that we drafted. You know, that's why I'm like the guys that we have that we saw already, the Kayvon Wallace's, the Josh Jobs, you know, things like that didn't really get no time because, you know, the coaches know more than we do. And if they're not getting the time, especially if people are hurt, things like that, then like, what are we doing? Like, we drafted these guys for them to see the field. And I really believe that, you know, we need to, yes, allow them to, you know, battle it out to the point where to see where the position is in that. But at the same time, like we've seen this story before. If we're playing these dogs next year in scheduling, I don't want to see Kayvon Wallace or Josh Jobe on the field. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm excited to see these young guys, the hungry guys, to sit up there and be like, "Yo, I'm here because
them last year."
I'm here."
Kayvon Wallace might not even be on this team by the time the season starts.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That these guys is going to battle with him, man. And that's what's great about this draft. Whereas though Howie Roseman put players in position to battle the players that we already had,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and that's the greatest thing about it, right? So I really believe that Kelly Ringo would be a good CB2. If it was Slay, him, and Maddox at the start of the season, I'll be comfortable with it. I would be, because it's a learning process, and they're going to test him, and I want to see what the young bull got. So that's
In
my
this
take.
situation, man, by the time he actually does have to start, I think he'll be good enough to be a CB1. You know, that he got all the traits you need: speed, athleticism, size, all that good stuff, you know, winning mentality. You know, just like I said, that is the best situation for him to come to this secondary and sit behind some all pros like Slay and Bradbury, just like soak it all in, man. You know, he's gonna get. I think you're gonna see him on the football field a couple of times. There will be some packages out there where you might see him on the football field. You know, because I think he is that good. Like, you know, in the next 2-3 years, you might say he's one of the best cornerbacks in the league.
Yep. I feel the same way. We got a bunch of Georgia Bulldogs, so Ringo adding to the mix, it can really help. So that's my thoughts on it. So let's get on with some shocking news that would happen at the draft, and that is us getting DeAndre Swift in the 4th round. JC, your reaction to trading with the Lions to get Swift?
Look, I like this pickup, man. I like this pickup. But the only bad thing that we might be thinking about is Penny and Swift. Both are like literally. You talk about injury prone. Like you talking about can't see the field because they can't stay on the field. Is those two guys? But I feel confident, man. The Philadelphia Eagles in the past couple of years has been one of the most healthiest team. I don't know if they fired the nutrition guy or whatever, but ever since when Dougie P was there, people was getting injured. Nick Sirianni came in. You know, he did something totally different, and he know how to get veterans days off. He know how to, you know, push the right buttons when it comes to nutrition. But I like the pick. I love the pick. And I feel like he's going to have a bounce back year behind this Eagles offensive line. And then not only him, but Jalen Hurts, you always got to account for the RPO with Jalen Hurts. So he's definitely going to have probably his best season since he's been in the NFL with the Philadelphia Eagles. I see him, Penny, and Gainwell. At Boston Scott, I don't know where he fits in, but with those 3 guys, that is my confidence right here. If he stays healthy, oh my God. Wait, wasn't he drafted in the 1st round by the Lions? Like, wasn't he like
Second round.
With the 2nd round? Yo, this guy's young, man. He just can't stay healthy. That's the only reason why. So if he stays healthy, we don't know his potential yet. And plus, he was on the Lions, right? You know what I mean? So, you know, back then when he got drafted, the Lions wasn't as good as they are right now. But definitely, man, I love the pickup, man. This to me, our offense is about to go back to number 1 along with the Penny signing. I love it.
King?
DeAndre Swift, man. Philadelphia native, St. Joe's prep. Like I said, and you know, Rock agreed with me. If he bring this home for the city, man, you already know it's gonna be lit here. It was a great trade, man. I'm on record saying or tweeting, hey, trade a 6 for Swift. Get Swift by any means necessary. I remember me and JC on our show that we basically said that, you know, you can't find somebody that's averaging 5.5 yards per carry. Well, DeAndre Swift averaged 5.5 yards per carry, and he can catch out the backfield and get the yak. So, do I think he's better than Miles Sanders? Not yet, because we don't know how he does against this line. With this line, the reason why he was injury prone is because Detroit Lions didn't really have a great line. 1, 2, they didn't protect him well, and 3, you know, him being a 2nd round pick, they wanted him to do everything. So, you know, right now he's in a great position to the point where he's home. He get to perform in front of his friends and family all the time, and then all of a sudden now he's in front of the best offensive line in the league. So now this was a great pickup, man, overall, man. And a lot of people are going to say, you know, DeAndre Swift is going to be better than Miles Sanders, but you know, I gotta see otherwise. Also, you know, he got Penny behind him. Them two alone is probably like the greatest running back ever if you combine them two.
That's a
So
nasty 1-2 punch, bro.
it is, especially if they stay healthy. Yeah. If they stay healthy, bro, like yo, the league is in trouble because we can clock management, you know, all those things. I really believe that. And I will give this trade for him a hard A.
Yep. Trigger.
All right, so this one like a little different for me because I watched Swift since Pop Warner. I mean, I watched him play football since Pop Warner. Started at MOTEP, transferred to St. Joe's Prep, watched him in college, and followed his career in the league because he a Philly guy. His pop, one of the dogs in Philly. Like he trained all the kids. He got his own gym and stuff like, bro. They did a lot for this city, so I followed him. Injury prone. Let's kind of talk about injury prone right now. What is injury prone? Like you prone to injuries, right? That's
like fluke ones, even a fluke ones. I know people saying that last year he missed like 4 games, 3 games, whatever, but he only had 99 like carries, man. Like 99 carries compared to 262 to Jamal Williams. For some odd reason, they wasn't giving him the rock. Maybe they
weren't giving him the rock because Jamal Williams was the lead touchdown scorer in the NFL last year.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of play the background. You got to feed the high hand. But, all right, so in my opinion, 95, 96% of the running backs in the NFL are injury prone. If we saying it that way, name one running back that played an entire season in the last 2 to 3 years, besides like Derrick Henry. And he was hurt last year.
He didn't last year.
He didn't.
Yeah, he was hurt last year, but that was kind of an outlier. He's been healthy for the most part, but I mean, all the running backs we call dogs, they all injury prone. If we putting it that way, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Saquon Barkley,
yeah,
Pollard, all these dudes, Miles Sanders, all these dudes injury prone. All of them. This is running back. You getting hit every play. None of these dudes gonna play 17 games. I promise you, they not. So, this dude, he about to come over here and eat, bro. He about to come over and eat. You seen what he did behind that Georgia offensive line? He was splitting carries with like 3 other dogs. So, bro, he gonna come over here. He gonna eat. Penny gonna eat. Gainwell gonna eat. And you know why they gonna eat? Because our quarterback can run the football. It's gonna be different. He gonna be put in so many one-on-one situations, and I think he gonna win them. Because what you got to do? What's your first objective? Stop Jalen Hurts from running, right?
Mm-hmm.
We stop Jalen Hurts from running. Now you got Swift, Penny, Gainwell back there. They can make somebody miss. They gonna make them linebackers miss. In the offense we run, we freezing the linebackers anyway. So they got an advantage from the rip. So I feel like he about to come over here and he gonna eat. He in a contract gear. He motivated. He gonna come over here and eat, bro. This is an A+ trade. And I know a lot of people don't really follow the trade all like that. So it's like y'all don't really see what this dude do for that football team. Like he come out the backfield, he can block, he catch out the backfield, he run hard. He could do the same kind of things Miles did for us, and he could break that 50, 60-yard run too. So it's like this is about to be he's a better catcher out the backfield. Better catcher. Mm-hmm. This is about to be nasty, bro. People don't even understand what's going on, yo. It's gonna be trouble. Nobody gonna want to play Philadelphia after like week 1, 2, or 3. They're gonna be like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead, JC. Go ahead, JC.
Man. You know, like the whole injury prone, like we was complaining about Miles Sanders was injury prone. When I'm like, what? This dude have never missed a full season. Like he only missed like 8 games since he been in Philly. but we called him injury prone. I guess we're so used to people getting injured, like Carson Wentz. Like when did we start labeling him injury prone? Just like, oh man, we just didn't want to believe it. But he has missed at least 3 games minimum ever since he's been in the league. It could be to fluke incidents, injuries. I don't know. But look, I do believe with this rotation, we have rotation going on that he, just like Miles Sanders was a workhorse last year, and he did not get hurt. I feel like with this rotation we have with Penny, with Swift, with Gainwell, I feel like we're going to be even a better rushing team this upcoming season than we was last year. Because we have more power and more shiftiness in a backfield.
And to answer your question, JC, when you was talking about Boston Scott, I really believe he's just going to be like a kick returner, punt returner until we get some type of injury, and then he's going to be in the lineup.
And then what's going on with Trey, man? Like Trey Sermon, what's up?
I think it's over with him.
Trey ain't get no burn. He ain't get no burn on this team.
I'm sorry. I broke him. I'm sorry. I broke him up.
On with Trey Sermon. That one great. What was it?
He's gonna be a camp body, and then he's gonna be on somebody else's team.
Trey Sermon's career.
And the thing is, this upcoming season, man, we won't know who's making the team until one cut. It's one cut this season. It's one cut this upcoming year. So you're gonna go from 90, like to what's like what? Well, that's
52.
That's
52, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna be crazy. Like you don't know who's gonna get cut. I mean, the only thing you're gonna be to hear is who's doing good in training camp, or you think is doing good in training camp. But that's gonna be the most fascinating training camp ever, because you ain't gonna be able to believe nothing. The sure thing, you don't know.
Right.
Third game.
I like it. 53 men at one time, baby. Let's get it going.
Knock them out.
It's gonna be nice. But Swift, man, like straight up, I understand the label, like you said, just the injury prone. Like Rock says, everybody's always injured. It's the NFL. These guys get hit a lot, and they did have Williams over there. But the thing is, like the biggest things I'll say is, he's one of the better dual threat running backs in the league, period. And we do need that dual threat type running back as opposed to just a runner or passer. So, what I'm saying, it keeps the defense honest. You don't know what he's going to do when he's in a football game. That's one plus. 2 is he's a Georgia Bulldog too, guys. I know these guys are younger than him, but he's still part of the sorority, the little frat part, the brotherhood. He goes back to Georgia every year. You always see Swift at Georgia games, doing his thing. So he knows these guys, and that's just more family, around you. What I'm saying? Like you said, and for 3, he is from Philadelphia. Okay, so now you brought the home roots with the college roots. You got a lot of support there, my friend. And I think we will see the best, not only because like the Lions did have a good offensive line. What I'm saying? They were top 5 last year. But this offensive line, we have a better offense in general, not just the offensive line. It's always easy to go good offensive line, good running. But you got to realize we have some of the best receivers in the game. We got one of the best tight ends in the game. We got the best quarterback in the game. We have a legit offense that he's going to come into with the support, with all the hype behind it, and him coming home. Like you said, new situation. He might not get hurt like with Penny, the rest of these guys. Who knows how he could still go trade or, do something for another running back down the road. But it kind of reminds me of that whole LeGarrette Blount with what's his name? Ajayi type move, with the Penny and the Swift. You kind of got one of each kind. And we're gonna see what we can do. We roll with those guys. I'm down with it. Would have had liked Bijan, of course, but I didn't get him. In there. I didn't get him. So, like I said, I've never been opposed to Swift. And like you said, whenever he was in a football game, he's lit up. He's had some really big games in the NFL. What I'm saying? He's not no scrub that's out there. He's actually one of the better talents in the league. So I'm happy with it. I give it an A+ too. It's a good move. We needed a running back. I was so mad. Like, we didn't get a running back. What's going on? We see some of the good college running backs get drafted in the draft. But like, why didn't we get him? But we did get Swift in that. Kind of like last year, he went the veteran approach. Instead of, he didn't draft the receiver last year with all the good receivers. He got A.J. Brown. This year he didn't draft a running back. He went and got Swift. So Howie does his thing. I trust Howie, whatever he's doing. So A+ move.
Yeah, let's just say in round 1, BG was not happy, y'all. Let's just say that. How we feeling? They took B. John.
No, they didn't.
They took B. John.
They didn't take them. I didn't
They did. They took B. John Burger.
No.
They took B. John Burger. How you feeling?
He's not to Atlanta. I called him a long time ago.
No.
They don't need a running back.
B. John. Burger for another one wanted
Oh,
B. John.
man.
Hey, Howie, you gotta trade up and get Jalen Carter, Howie.
They took your
That's
boy
all right.
Burger.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll go ahead and get Carter then, you know?
That was. Go ahead,
I was
BG.
kinda pissed off, though.
Let's react to that. Go ahead,
I
BG.
was
Talk
pissed,
about
man.
B. John in
I was
Atlanta.
right there, one pick away. B. John on the Eagles, feeling good about myself. Thinking
That's
we're about
not
to go do
true,
the
man.
move
That's
that's
not
going to make the
true.
move
That's
happen.
I'm telling him it's not true.
I don't
And
think
then
that
what
Howie
happened?
picked.
But you know what? To be honest, like if it was a running back needy team, you know what I'm saying? Like some team that really needed a running back, I wouldn't even mind. Like whatever, I get it, I understand. But Atlanta, they had a 1,000-yard back last year. You know, they just drafted who's young, talented, who knows how good he can be. You know, and they went out and drafted another running back. That kind of pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie about it. I was really pissed off about the situation. So, you know, like I said, it is what it is. Bijan's over there, you know, in Atlanta, losing football games, and you know we got Jalen Carter, so it worked out.
Yep. JC.
I mean, look, Carter all day. We got Carter. Bijan, won't even matter to me, man. It is what it is. I don't think that we needed to draft him that high. But look how we made up for it. You know, I mean, we got Swift, we got Carter, we got Nolan Smith. So we got like a lot of players in this draft. I can't even complain about no Bijan being anywhere else. I could care less.
Yep. King.
And B. John is where he needs
He's
to be. He's there
He needs to be in
in
Philly.
Atlanta. No,
Okay.
he shouldn't have been in Philly.
Yeah, he
First of
should've.
all,
I would have rather.
I'm
Okay,
on record.
Bijan or Swift? Who would you rather have?
Swift.
Be honest.
Swift.
Be honest. Bijan or
Swift.
Swift? If you
I'm
could
being
have
honest.
Bijan
I
or
said it
Swift.
3 times, bro. I'd rather have Swift. Here's why.
Hell
Because
no.
you're sitting up there saying that B. John, right? It's on record that he didn't really play against anybody. He really didn't play against anybody. And he played in the NFL like Swift did. 1, 2. It's a different type of passion where you running and you're playing for your home team. I would rather have Swift than him.
That sounds good.
And he's a dual threat. He's a dual threat running back. Whereas though, you know, B. John has some issues.
He's a dual threat running back. Do you
catches-
not see all the down
catches-
and field passes? B. John
I watched his tape, bro.
Don't give
Come
me
on.
that.
We're not going to.
Nah. B. John's
Anyway,
way better. He's a better
Anyway,
prospect. He always was better, and he would have been better. He's not on our team, so we can't talk about it. And I root for Swift. Let's go, Swift. Do your job. But he's not better than B. John. Come on now.
all right. But yeah, Swift is better. I really believe that, you know, Bijan is where he's supposed to have been at, you know, on a team that, you know, we got to see the running back that was projected to go in the top 10. He has to be on a team like Atlanta. He can't be on a team like the Eagles. The Eagles is on a different level to the point where we're Super Bowl or bust at this point. Super Bowl or bust, or NFC Championship or bust. You know, I don't see B. John being the only back that can get us over that hump. And that's my thing.
Yep. And Troy?
All right, my fault. What was the question?
We was reacting to the Bird Game 31 and B. John not being an Eagle. So
And would you rather have Bijan over Swift? If you could pick out of those two, not saying nothing about the draft, it's just you got these two running backs in your face. Who you picking?
All right, so I'm gonna have to take Swift because he already NFL battle tested. We don't know what B. John gonna do in the league. We done seen Swift go off already against NFL teams. So I'm gonna take the dude, and if we making a Super Bowl push, I'm gonna take the dude that already got NFL experience. He young. I mean, he's not old. He didn't get a lot of carries at Georgia, so he's still relatively fresh. So I'm gonna take Swift.
yep. And there you go.
He's a good
So
fan.
it is what it is, Birkin. He's in Atlanta. Let's move on. He's in Atlanta.
I've been
So
with
let's
him.
go.
I like Jalen, man. Jalen's good.
Yep. So let's go ahead and next up on the picks, we got pick number 6, Taylor Mackey, a quarterback. So JC, your reaction and grade.
Man, look, I'm gonna save you a lot of time. I don't know. No, I don't
As
know
a matter of
nothing.
fact, never mind. Let's move on. Let's move on.
So let's move on from me. Maybe one Trey, he knows better than me, but I don't know nothing about him, so I just give it a block.
I don't
I
know
want
nothing
to
about
use
dude
like
either. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't know nothing about him. I looked him
never
up
heard of the
in the
guy
draft.
before.
So for that grade, we'll just give incomplete. We'll just give that grade incomplete because none of us know who the heck that guy is.
Ian,
Anyway.
Ian better watch out. Ian better watch out because he's gonna be
No,
QB3.
Ian Book probably gone.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Birkin. If you want to talk about this, go ahead.
Like Dank says, he's tall and he got a strong arm. This guy, if the Eagles didn't get him in the 7th, they got him in the 6th. He must be worth something. You could have waited a whole nother round and got him in the 7th round if he was trash. So I don't know who the guy is.
I mean, he
Never heard
pushing
his name before in my
6'7",
life.
man. Like, dude's probably gonna be a good quarterback in the NFL. Who knows? Right? All right, not for the Eagles, but
Quarterback
he's gonna be a
factory.
good quarterback.
Woo!
Exactly. And look, remember, we did bring in, we did sign Marcus Mariota. So to me, it's just like this guy is just probably maybe a trade bait type quarterback, maybe a couple years. I don't know, man. But
I think we only got Marcus for a year, so we're hoping we can develop him along to be our backup next year.
I think we're gonna show him off in the preseason, and then we're gonna shop him for real. For real.
I just think Mariota's gonna be with us for 1 year, so you got to have a cheap backup coming around the corner. So,
but I don't feel like he fit this offense though. So like that's what I'm saying.
But think about that though, guys. You guys say that right, and I know it would be awesome to get a guy where you don't have to change your offense and go. If Jalen, knock on wood, I'm not even gonna say it out loud, but think about it. Carson Wentz and Nick Foles were not the same quarterback.
It was kind of the same though.
Carson had an MVP type year, and then was out at the end of the season. And Nick Foles was a whole nother type of quarterback, came in and won the Super Bowl. So why not? Narrative of you might need the same type of quarterback.
Go ahead, Trey.
This is what I'm saying. Why not get a quarterback that fits your offense? A quarterback like you don't got to change your whole because we had to change our whole offense up for Nick Foles for real.
And that's probably what won us the Super Bowl.
But we had time too because we had a first it up
at the very end.
Had time though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And Nick played at a high level too. He did.
He played at a high level for what? 2 games,
3 games.
What? He played
not in the regular season, only in the postseason.
He didn't play that good in the Atlanta game. He played good in the Vikings game and the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So
why
not get dudes like for me? If I'm gonna go quarterback, I'm gonna go get Dorian Thompson from UCLA.
Yeah,
he fit the offense.
That's what I thought we were gonna get.
He fit the offense. He can run. He can pass. You don't got to switch the offense up too much.
But you understand what I'm saying about that? Like we literally won our Super Bowl by switching up like that late in the season. Like if I know that could vary. Like what happened if you had to do it earlier? That was just perfect timing, kind of. Like Nick sucked the first 2 games he played. He was trash.
But BGA, you can't even compare that
and tore it up.
You can't even compare a Nick Foles to him because Nick
was a veteran
to the playoffs, right? The reason why because Chip Kelly, you know what? Doug Pearson went and looked back what made Nick Foles so successful, and that's how come he was able to during that bye week trying to put that in there. The only thing we changed up for Nick Foles was he was more coachable. Like the RPO, we didn't really do RPO with Carson Wentz. We just say, hey, you go out there, you use that gunslinger mentality, you just get it. But Nick Foles,
Nick had one of the best quarterback seasons in
Eagle history. Kelly was there, but this guy is a rookie, and then we got to throw him in there. We don't know what offense suit him at all. So we're just gonna say, go, hey, hopefully you try to run our same offense, but we're gonna try to change the offense to tailor you, but we don't know what offense he likes or could do well.
But we have a way better team than Nick had back then. So if you needed to just pass the ball more because you got a gunslinger that's got a strong arm and you can see down the field, yeah, I think we can do that because we got AJ Brown, Smitty, and all the rest of these
But a
receivers.
strong arm mean nothing without like accuracy or
No, man. I'm just trying to
understanding
talk about
of
the guy.
offense.
Can I just talk about the guy somehow? Like we can't just skip over nobody. We gotta give him some kind of love.
He is 6th rounder.
I don't even know this guy. But
He's
I'm
not
just
even
trying to
gonna
say
really touch the
that
field.
it could be something down the future, man.
Exactly.
I feel like he trade bait.
So what you giving? What grade you giving this pick?
Incomplete.
Like I said at the beginning when we opened the show, I feel like we could have went defense there. So we could have went linebacker or something like that. So I get this one right here like a C-, to be honest.
C-. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah. So all right, let's go ahead and the final draft pick. And Moro Ojamo, he was a 7th rounder. So JC, go ahead and grade Moro.
Look, I actually like this pick, man. Yo, when I went back and watched his highlight, man, he reminded me of Brian Orekpo, right? From the Washington Redskins back then.
From the Texas.
From Texas too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he stands out, man, and he was one of their best pass rushers in Texas. And you could line him inside, outside. So I really like the pick, and to get him like in the 7th round, yeah. If you go back and just listen to his history, man, his story, man, this dude is a humble kid, hard worker, a physical freak, man. So I kind of like the pick. I don't know how much playtime he's going to get if you're going to make special teams, but I do like the pick. I like the mentality that he has. He fits the city of Philadelphia, man. Very aggressive, man. And the way he make himself skinny to get in between those offensive linemen, man. He's not all power. He's really, really, a finesse with it. But I like the pick. I really do. He might even be like a Barnett, a Brendan Grant type of guy. Like kind of a similar build, but his the way he looks remind me of Brian Orekpo from the longtime Redskins.
And he only 21 years old.
Yeah.
He only 21 years old. Like, bro. Yeah.
Still clay putty. Clay putty, that's what they call it, where they can just mold you and do whatever you want. Being that young.
You get to sit behind all these great pass rushers on this team. Like, bro, he only 21 years old. We gonna have
dang, you enrolled in college at 16? Jesus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. King?
I think that this is a great pickup. This is one of the sleeper picks, especially late in the draft. I really believe that he's going to make an impact on this team. I think he's going to be on this team for a very long time. Man, I'll give this probably a strong A because I give him an A because at the end of the day, like Rock said, man, these youngins, man, he only 21. At the end of the day, he got time to stand behind some vets, and then who knows? We could bring in some more vets. We could sign Linfall back. We could sign Sue back. Who knows?
I think Sue coming back.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just naming names that I know, brother. But at the same time, I really believe that he can learn a thing or two about being in the NFL, the speed of the NFL, things like that, to try to get equipped. So when it's his time, he's gonna go, and that's what we need. That's what we need in the city.
Try,
bro. People don't even understand. We brought in some young guys this year. Like young. None of these dudes over 22, 23 years old. They all in the 21, 20 range. We're going to have these kids in here for years.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
For years. Once Fletch gone, Slay, Bradbury, Brandon Grant. Once these dudes gone, they're going to be the next ones up. So
yep.
They need this. They need this. Even him, 21 years old, this dude is built like an action figure.
Yeah.
Bro, he did that there. He polished his skills. You never know. he probably can be a Brian Arakpo in this league. He probably can be a Williams in this league. He probably can be one of those dudes. He could sit there and soak it up. You got Fletch, Hassan Reddick, Josh Sweat. You got all these dudes sitting in front of you, bro. You just sit back watching. We don't have to use you right now. You learning. We don't gotta worry about the body thing because dude already cut like he cut like a fresh chicken. But I mean, bro, it's like it's crazy. Howard Roseman did his thing with this draft, bro. He did his thing with this draft, and these gonna be the players that we're gonna depend on for the next couple years. So, I mean, I'm fine with this. I get this one right here. I get this one like a B+, A-.
Yep.
Nice.
BG.
B+. You know, you guys talked about it already. Like, I can't really say too much more about the guy. You know, I did hear, like, you know, he had a high motor. And, you know, like I said, Howie's been drafting people for the future. You know, even the Jordan Davis pick last year was for the future this year. It's like, I like the way he's kind of changing over to these younger guys and kind of looking at it like, okay, I'm going to get them this year, even though they might not make any kind of impact this year. But next year, the year after, it's a possibility we can get some good football out of these guys. So I think he's one of those type players, you know, because I'm even looking out for Milton Williams to ball out this year, you know. So, you know, he could be your next Milton. We'll give him 2-3 years down the road. He could be our future starter. But for now, you know what I'm saying? We chase Mr. Diesel over there, and we'll put him in that rotation and see what he can do.
Yep. Before we give Howie Roseman a grade, I see Big Simple in the chat, and all I gotta say is,
Cowboys won. Eagles won. The Giants even won, and we can't win nothing. We can't win nothing.
Bless her heart. Bless her heart. Oh my God.
that's what I gotta say to Big Simple. That's what I gotta say to Big Simple. So let's go ahead and grade Howie Roseman. A++ for me for old Howie T. Oh Howie T. So Howie Roseman gets an A+ for me. Go ahead, JC, our general manager.
Look, before we even give Howard a plus, man, yo, these undrafted free agents, man, that we picked.
That's why I'm trying to get a tap.
Yeah, go ahead. Before we talk about Howie Roseman, go ahead and talk about the grades for the undrafted.
Yeah, look, I'm going to tell you right now, there's 3 guys that stand out to me, man. Both of them are DBs, by the way, but then there's the wide receiver. Definitely, I got the Mekhi Gardner from LSU, man. This dude's 6'2", I believe, 212. Big physical corner, by the way. But there's one thing I hate about him. He tried to tackle with that lean with it.
The shoulder.
The shoulder. I like that. But I'm telling right now, he is lanky, he is tall, he's long, and he's aggressive. Once again, he plays man up with you, press defense. And I do like Eli Ricks, man, from Alabama, man. Another 6'2" guy, 188, a little bit lighter. But I'm telling you, man, this dude, man, he's everywhere on the field, and he could play man straight up. But I do like this one wide receiver, though. I have to talk Joseph Nagata from Clemson, man, 6'3", 217. He remind me instantly. I'm like, wow, he's gonna be battling with Quez Watkins for the slot position. But this dude, he's a perfect slot guy for us. If Quez whatever don't show up and ball out, he catches the ball with his hand. He snatches the ball out the air. That's one thing that I do see with them in Clemson. But yes, he has some competition, some injuries. That's why, you know, at one point he was considered a 4- or 5-star recruit coming out of high school, man. You know, Alabama wanted him. They had a lot of top college wanted him, but he chose to go to Clemson just to stay closer to home. But overall, man, I like those 2 DBs. One thing I'm noticing, length with the DBs. All right, I don't know if we transition to Seattle or Dallas, what type of mindset, or that Sean Desai type of guys, right? That might be his type of guys. But I love those 2 DBs and that wide receiver, definitely. So I love the undrafted free agent class that we got.
Yo, can't y'all see, like, I don't know if it's just me, but can't y'all see kind of how this defense going to be rolling just by who we drafted and who we brought back? I feel like it's going to be an aggressive, get in your face type defense.
Exactly.
I mean, bro, I can't wait. Yeah, and Desai didn't even speak a word yet, and I kind of could figure
Really?
out. I kind of could figure out what kind you bringing in all these big 6'2",
But if you
6'3"
see,
corners and stuff. Bro, you trying to get in dudes' faces. You try to play bump
bro,
and run press
He need to
coverage.
say something. He need to say
no,
something.
he don't.
Yeah, I think he
Listen,
does.
hear me out.
Say something to me.
For you. But I don't think he needs to because the way his scheme is, this is why we went and got Georgia guys.
What
I really
scheme?
believe.
What
I don't know
game?
We don't know.
If you
his
look
scheme.
at his
His
scheme,
scheme,
if
man.
you
We
look
don't
at
even know
some
what
of
his
his
scheme
schemes from
is.
Chicago, listen, from Chicago and from Seattle. If you look at some of the tape, it works the same way. You just gotta
I mean,
have
there's
the
no defensive
personnel.
coordinator there. He
You
was
gotta
like
have the.
a TV's coach or something.
It don't even matter, bro. It don't even matter. You don't trust him?
I don't know.
I'm just saying though, the players that we picked up, the players that we brought back, you could kind of read in between the lines. Like this gonna be an aggressive defense. It's gonna be aggressive. Yeah, it's gonna be aggressive. You can tell. Bringing in a Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith gonna be that jack of all trades for you.
Yes.
You could bring him. You could bring him in when the offensive line getting tired, and this dude flying off the edge. That's gonna be trouble for anybody. Bringing in the big corners. Greedy Williams. Greedy Williams is a big corner too.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
He's
He
big.
is.
Greedy Williams is a big corner too. The only small corner we got right now for real
Maddox.
that's gonna actually get playing time is Maddox.
Yeah.
Everybody
Pause.
else is 6 foot and up.
Yeah.
Pause.
And also remember what Bradbury said. The reason why he came back is because he talked to this side and he liked the type of defense he was talking about. You know what I mean? And Bradbury, you know him, he's an aggressive corner. Like he wants to be all up in your face. So that means y'all might be right. We are building a aggressive, more like man type defense, and hope that your front get to the quarterback and safeties ball hogging everywhere. So I can't wait to see it, put together.
I think that this defense is going to be totally different from what we've seen in previous years, last couple of years.
From Ghana's scheme.
I really believe that.
Isn't it from the same coaching tree?
Can I ask y'all a question though?
Oh, really?
Go ahead.
So do you think the way that we envision that us on this panel envision this defense being, do you believe that this defense would have got us that stop in the Super Bowl?
I could see this defense, right? I could see, and this is me, I could see this defense kind of built like how that Seattle defense was, the Legion of Boom defense. Get after the quarterback, and we're gonna get a lot of turnovers. It's like I can see this defense because this the way it's built. Even bringing in the safety from Illinois, but it's like he a ball hawking safety. He's always around the football. Earl Thomas, Bradbury, Richard Sherman, bro. It's like you can see it. N'Kobe Dean. I can't say he's gonna be
Ray Lewis.
What's their linebacker
Wagner?
they had over there in Seattle?
Wagner?
I can't say he's gonna be Wagner, but dude definitely always around the football. It's like, bro, I can see this defense being built like that. Strong front, linebacker core solid, and the secondary is just outstanding. Like I can see it being like that. I can see the vision. You get me? I can see the vision of the defense. I don't know if it's gonna play out like that, but I can see the vision.
Who's our Cam Chancellor?
Evans.
Nah,
Edmonds.
bro.
Gonna have to be Edmonds.
No one's Cam Chancellor. I seen that guy.
Hey, Rock. You said. Remember what you said. You said that he wasn't really that good on Pittsburgh. How can he be Edmonds though?
No.
Evans was a good safety.
This my dream. I want Blankenship to be Cam Chancellor because he a hitter though. Him and Epps kind of played the same last year. Blankenship was coming up smoking stuff last year. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So it could be Blankenship.
I don't know if he's Cam Chancellor.
Not Cam Chancellor, but he could play that role, that Roman role. Like he could roam around the field. I don't know. I could just see it, bro. Like I could see the vision. Like to be honest,
I see pressure and heat coming for sure. Like we about to get after that quarterback. We're gonna be a lot more aggressive than last year. I can see that part, but I just think that was just all part of the program in general. Even if we would have kept our Gannon, he would have been more aggressive. Like you just seen it that's what was the one glaring need on the defense is that we need to be a little bit less of that zoning stuff and more of the aggressive stuff because the aggressive stuff's kind of what put us in those in those games where we're really blowing teams out because we're really aggressive in those games. So it was the next level. Hopefully the guy comes in smart with this game plan. Like you said, I would love to have a Legion of Boom style defense out there. I think we need a couple more bigger players though to be that boom. They had some big players in that Legion of Boom defense. That was nice. But
Yeah.
I just want to throw this in there. I want to throw this in there real quick.
Yeah.
The Sixers is giving Boston a game without Embiid.
Yo,
bro.
it's tied up, bro. It's tied up. I'm
Bro,
looking at
they
it.
is out here hooping,
It's
bro.
tied
One
up.
thing I
I'm not
noticed,
gonna lie.
though,
I've been watching the game the whole stream. Like they really be hooping right now.
See, one thing I noticed, man, the Sixers are faster. They run faster without Embiid on the floor. And
That's
they don't
facts.
have
That's facts. That's facts,
And they
bro.
don't have
Embiid slow the
Yeah,
game
yeah,
down.
What up,
I ain't gonna
Mom?
lie.
Enjoy
He's
the
a half-
Sixers game, Sis.
he's a-
I know. Enjoy the
he's a- he's
Sixers
a-
game, Sis.
He's a half court. He's a half court player, so of course
The
it's going
only-
to be better. Than
The only thing that we missing when he off the field is that presence in the paint. 'cause
interior.
They going right at us in the paint. I ain't even gonna lie to
Talk
you.
about it.
But how much is he inside anyway? Like every time I look at y'all,
No, on defense, he always
No,
down
on
there.
defense, bro, not
Yeah.
offense.
Yeah, who y'all
Don't try to
yelling at?
No, I'm
Damn,
yelling at you because you're a Nets fan. You're a Nets fan.
damn, I know you're
Because you're a Nets fan.
Because you a
I
nice
am.
fan.
I am. Yep. I'm drinking wine.
Bro, but
I'm
they
emotional.
giving Boston
I'm
a game, bro. Maxey going off. Harden doing his thing. Tobias going off.
Yeah,
Milton
Harden
going
is
off.
doing his thing. Yeah, and Maxey, he's doing his thing too, man. But I noticed that.
No, he's not.
Yeah, I mean, look, y'all might give Boston a run for them, or they might underestimate y'all because y'all didn't have Embiid.
Yeah, let's go to the next topic, Cool Cat.
Oh yeah, we were talking undrafted free agents. We were talking about undrafted free agents and giving out grades. So go ahead, King.
We already talked.
Man.
No, I didn't. Y'all didn't talk about the undrafted free agents because JC did.
JC wanted to talk about him. Nobody care about no undrafted free agents.
Right?
No, I like listen.
I have watched.
I like Rick. I like Rick.
Shut down corner. And that being
He
said,
said King.
he's healthy.
He said
He's the
King,
man.
bro. Gotta talk.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead, King. Go ahead.
Wait, all right. That's all I
No,
have.
Sorry, go ahead, King.
Joseph Nada, I like him. Right as of right now, as it stands, that he's the highest paid undrafted free agent right now. I really believe Nada, Joseph Nada,
Oh,
wide receiver. So he's big. He can catch in route. So I really believe that he's probably gonna be like wide receiver 5, just in case like somebody gets hurt. But I like him because we got the dude. What's his name from the Falcons that we picked up? The wide receiver guy. I think he's going to be number 4 because he's going to be the one that's going to be in running for wide receiver 3.
Hold on, Mo, who you talking? You talking about me, Mo? Hold on, my fault, okay. My fault, okay.
Now she's talking about me. You know, I'm trying to. Hey, look, I'm trying to ignore her. I'm trying to ignore Simone's question here. You know what I mean? A little fender bender, man. You already text Cool Cat, man. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry. All right. But why you stood us up tonight?
Because the Sixers game on, and listen, look, sis is a fan. I'm watching it while I'm on with y'all, but I gotta make this video afterwards though. So she's a fan.
Timon, why you think her name? Why you think her name is with the sports? She's not just a football person. It's with the sports.
Yeah,
she talk about every sport.
Period.
Exactly. So go ahead. All right. So go ahead. Wrap up about the undrafted.
I like the two, and I also like the pickup with Trevor Reed, the old lineman. Man, like I said, we cannot have not enough O-line depth. So, I can't even grade that, but because we don't know what they're gonna do with this team. But I think they're gonna battle.
Yeah. So, all right, let's go ahead and grade Howie. Go ahead, JC. Howie Roseman.
Yeah, I gave him a plus draft, man. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that, in my opinion, a lot of people saying, "Well, we didn't go offense. We didn't need offense." I mean, and then when we did address offense, we hit a home run with the Swift trade and with the O line from Alabama.
Mhm.
I think that he's gonna push Jurgens for right guard position. You are hearing it first. He's gonna push Jurgens to start at right guard, and I think that Swift is an automatically a day one starter with Penny. But it's a plus draft for me. You know, we addressed the safety position. You know, on top of the guys that we brought in. The linebacker, I know that one trade saying the linebacker thing. I get it, but man, if you got dogs all over the field, man, that's willing to stick their neck in it, I mean, we don't need no top Pro Bowl linebacker. I mean, TJ Edwards, he was our best one, and if we could get his production with a couple guys with Nolan Smith out there, with BG out there, I think we'll be fine, man. We'll be fine because we're gonna have speed. We're gonna have speed, and we're gonna be physical. And our defensive front, I believe, have the opportunity to even be better this upcoming season, man. With the emerge of Davis, I don't think we need to go out and bring Sue back or Joseph back. I think that the guys we have and the guy we drafted will be good enough to stop the run and also get after the quarterback. So definitely an A+ draft for me. One of the best drafts I've seen in a long time because we got 2 top 10, 2 top 13 players in the first round. We got 2 day one stars automatically going to be starting on this team. But we'll see, man. A+.
King.
Thursday night. Basically, we, even before the draft, it was a trade because of the whole Jonathan Gannon thing, and we were able to, move up there. But it didn't stop there because Friday, skip. Also on Thursday, we did move up one slot to get Jalen Carter. Even though we were in calls with Las Vegas to try to get to the 7th pick, they wasn't trying to hear it, but we moved up. We got our guy anyway. Friday night, we maneuvered some picks, and we got more picks in the back end. You know what I'm saying? So, man, Howie Roseman basically really just maneuvered the whole league. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that that's why the whole league is bad at Howie Roseman, and I love it. I love it because we're always the enemy. We're always the enemy, and it's like, oh, they mad with the Eagles because the way the Eagles did things. No, y'all allowed Nolan Smith to drop to 30. Y'all allowed Detroit to draft Jahmyr Gibbs, whereas though that now, Swift is tradable. We won the draft because of y'all mistakes. We just got basically what was given to us. And now y'all mad at us. So I salute Howie for basically getting all the needs met, even on the off season, whereas though that he was signing these players. I give Howie A++, only because he really addressed everything. And then we still got money left over. And as of 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. today, we can sign free agents. So I give him an A++.
Yep. Trigger.
Bro, Howie Roseman is a gangster, bro. He a gangster, bro. You can't explain it no other way.
He a part of the mob.
Bro, he definitely got some mob ties, bro. Yeah. Howie Roseman is a gangster. All right, so not even this draft. Our last 2 years, we've been dipping in the SEC. I mean, that really never was Howie Roseman mindset, but it worked out in our favor. I mean, even with him getting Dean sitting on the bench the whole season, he's going to be our starting linebacker this year. Dude was the best linebacker in college football the year he came out. The best linebacker. Size and all, none of that mattered. He was the best linebacker in college football. So, getting Devontae Smith. I mean, bro, we set put and waited, and Devontae Smith fell in our hands. Now he one of the best. He's gonna be one of the best wide receivers in the league this year. So last year he was, but this year he's gonna definitely go off this year too. Him and AJ Brown got another year. Trading for AJ Brown, another SEC dude, Ole Miss. Bro, Howie Roseman going off this last draft, these last two drafts. Ever since it feel like ever since that Rager pick, Howie Roseman been on a whole different type wave, a whole different type wave. So I mean, he did a whole lot of gangster stuff in his draft, bro. Like, and he kind of let the board fall to him. I mean, I don't feel like we going up to 5-4 to get Jalen Carter. He failed us. He failed us. Nolan Smith, he failed us. Keely, he failed us. Like, bro, like, and Howie Roseman made the right. I feel like he made the right pick. I mean, he didn't press anything. He didn't panic. He a gangster. And then they all the other GMs screaming, "Oh, the Eagles, this, that, bro." Y'all could have did the same thing. Y'all could have did the same thing. Y'all could have went up and got Jalen Carter. You seen what the Texans did? The Texans said, "Oh, all right, we're gonna take Stroud here, and then we're gonna mortgage our whole future and get Will Anderson because these gonna be our cornerstones for years to come."
Right.
This gonna be our Mario Williams. This gonna be our Deshaun Watson. We don't care about all the stuff that's about to happen, the rest of the stuff that's about to happen in these past couple of years. Because Will Anderson is a dub. CJ Stroud a dub. We believe in these dudes. Howie Roseman, once he saw Jalen Carter falling, he was like, "Oh, y'all tripping. I'm about to go get this dude." Went up, got him. Nolan Smith fell right in our lap, bro. He gonna be one of the best pass rushers in the league for years to come. He fell right in our lap. Like, bro, Howie Roseman is a gangster. I'm giving him an A++.
And Bird Gang?
I have to think back. Like I remember watching a lot of Ravens drafts, and you see Ozzie Smith out there, or Ozzie Newsman, whatever his name was. I forgot his name right now. But he used to draft some really good players, man, for a long time. Like every year, it seemed like the Ravens were getting these stud players, especially at the linebacker position, and just like all these dogs out there, real good SEC football players. Guys are going to go out there and put it all on the line. And man, Howie, man, like you said, since the Rager draft, really since this new regime came in, the whole coaching regime itself came in, like he's been drafting SEC players, he's been drafting dogs, and I can't be mad at him. He's the best GM in the league for a reason. It's like first he was just the king of cap. Shout out to Print Champs for the king of cap. I gotta throw a promo in there. Shout out to King
Oh,
of Salute
okay.
for your kings
I was
of
about
cap.
to say that too.
Right there, my guy. But it's also the draft too, man. Now he's starting to show you that he has learned from his mistakes and he can go out there and he can draft really good high-end players and not be scared to go out there to these teams and hope that they're good, to really give them a chance to be good. This draft was unlike any other draft. Jalen Carter would have normally went to a shitty team, and he probably would have been good, like a Dominican Sue type good, but never won nothing. He has an opportunity to come to a championship team right now. That's not normal for a guy of his talent level. And Howie Roseman seen it and got him on the squad. So kudos to Howie and the whole draft and everything he's done this offseason so far. It's been nothing short of a miracle. Like we got a better team. I feel like than last year, and we're coming for that championship this year. So A+s for Howie Roseman. And
Yep. So before we wrap up the show, let's give our final thoughts on and wrap up the 2023 NFL draft for the Birds. JC, your final thoughts on the NFL draft.
Look, the Eagles are not done. I mean, they're not done. Watch out for Howie, especially with I don't know how much money we have, but they're not done overall. Great draft, and look, we'll see. We'll see what these guys do, man. It's one thing to draft, but it's one thing to put them on the field and see if they could live up to all the hype that we feeling right now, right? So, hey, good draft, man. Overall, have no complaints.
King?
This draft basically was trying to stock up on depth. That's basically what this was at the end of the day. I will say this. I will say that the cap is basically probably at like 11 million. Probably there. I really believe that we're going to draft some more vets that can train these young guys that we just drafted. Yeah, we got some Georgia Bulldogs, and for the record, I want to say that everybody got Georgia Bulldogs, everybody got Alabama players, but we got the most effective ones in recent years, and I really believe that they got the championship pedigree to the point where we can move forward with them. You know, um, but yeah, I really believe that this draft was awesome. I think that like I said, on my video on my channel, that we got C.J. Gardner Johnson in August. Right before the season started. So, the off season is not over yet, and we could be acquiring some more dudes, whatever it takes to get back to that big game because we left food on the table according to Jalen Hurts. We left food on the table, so we need to get in position to that window of the 2 years where Jalen Hurts is taking less money. You know what I'm saying? So it's a business move at the end of the day, but it's always fly Eagles fly, go Birds, and I really want us to dial in this year.
Trey?
All right, so for me, bro, I'm just happy all is over, to be honest. The season almost here. Season almost here, slowly approaching. I mean, about to be summertime, training camp, preseason, and then we back at it. I mean, I still got a sour taste in my mouth from that Super Bowl loss, man. I need another one. Man. We 1 for 3 in the Super Bowl? We got at least add another one on there. Bro, we set this team up so perfect. It's like now we just urging to see it on the field, and I don't feel like Howie Roseman done, man. I just seen Patrick Queen not happy where he at over there in Baltimore. How? You cap genius, boy. I mean, you give him all that. Let's get that boy over here. Let's get him over here, bro. He not happy where he at. Go ahead, come over to the Super Bowl contender. He gonna be happy
Queen
over
from
here.
Bama? Ain't Queen played in Bama?
Yep.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Queen played at Bama, yep. Bro, listen, man. And like DV said, the only reason we can do stuff like this is because Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts took that team-friendly deal. Now you got cap room. You got room to sign a veteran for a year. You got room to sign any player you want for real. So it's like, bro, we set up for so many years right now. People don't even understand it. Remember last year they were screaming, "Oh, y'all mortgage your future" and all this other stuff, bro. We jumped right back. We bounced right back like it was nothing, bro.
Yeah,
right back like it was nothing. And we locked and loaded and ready for this campaign, bro. I can't wait.
I know he was SEC.
Yeah, SEC.
And Burgame?
And that's really what SEC players. And it's not just SEC, it's SEC championship teams who we're picking off of. Like Jalen Hurts, Alabama, Landon Dickerson, Alabama, Devontae Smith, Alabama. Like, even like you said, Ole Miss for, AJ Brown. Like, we got some really good guys here, from high-powered championship organizations. I think it's more of a championship mentality around Philadelphia right now. We're trying to get people that know how to win, has already won, and wants to win again. And I think that, Howie's done his job, man. A+, like you said, this is just the beginning. I said last year this time, we're going to Super Bowl. We didn't win it. I said we're going to win it, but we didn't win it, but we were there. We are, one drive away from winning. I really feel that same way again this year, that we're going to go be back in the Super Bowl this year, and this time we're going to finish the job. Jalen's not going to let that happen twice in a row. I do got my boys back. This is a hurt season thing over here. So, great draft, man. I'm glad it's out of the way now. We can just focus on, whatever free agents we have to focus on and getting the guys trained up, getting ready for the season. So, season's going to be here it's right around the corner, and I can't wait to see what these Eagles do on the football field.
Exactly. For me, Howie T did Howie T things. Let's keep it going this off season. Next week, we're going to be counting down to the NFL schedule. Let's see who we get in week 1. And man, we might do a special reacting to this. So we'll see if all the crew was free that day, May 11th. So we'll let you guys know. But guys, thanks for tuning in for the show. For Simone, Nosha Gang, Trigger Trey, BG, JC, and King DV, it's your boy Mizzy Miz Kukat on YouTube representing the birds. And don't piss off Billy.
We
Yeah.